Hello, thank you for joining today. We will be practicing from the mat today. And the goal shape will be camel. And camel is an upper body opening. A little bit of a back bend as far as the shape, not a full back bend. But here an opportunity for an opening of the upper front body, bending of the back. There will be some cat-cow and a low cobra as well. So I just wanted to let you know what the plan was. And if you prefer another type of practice, another type of shape, a different foundation, seated in a chair, standing, always know that you can practice in your own way from anywhere. So when you feel ready, you are welcome to perhaps get started by noticing how it feels to arrive here in this moment in your body. You might choose to notice the temperature of the room, perhaps the feeling of your clothing on your skin, or the air on your skin. And you're always welcome to notice with your eyes, perhaps looking around your room while drawing your attention from work in the outside world to right here, to yourself, and to this moment. You're welcome to do a body scan, perhaps noticing the muscles of your forehead, those around your eyes and cheeks, your jaw, your chin. Perhaps noticing the muscles of your shoulders and your neck and down your back body, side body. And if you'd like, you might notice your own breath, your breathing, how perhaps it moves through your body, areas that might move and expand. It might be in the front body, going forward, or in your side body, going sideways. And you're always welcome to come back to your breath. If you do notice that your mind wants to take control and to start thinking about other things, your responsibilities, your work, you can always come back to noticing the air as it enters, perhaps expansion or movement on the inhale or exhale. And if you want, you're welcome to set an intention. An intention might be a word or a phrase, and that can also bring you back if your mind starts to drift away from here. So any word that you'd like, anything that might be on your heart or your mind, might be about healing, gratitude, maybe joy, or presence. Maybe for 4 counts or 4 breaths, you're welcome to do a body scan, perhaps noticing your breath and or repeating your intention. But perhaps for 4. Maybe 3. Maybe 2 more. And maybe 1 more. So how you move is up to you. If you'd like to move maybe your neck, one option for movement might be to sync or align your breath. You might inhale as your forehead is looking center. Exhale as you turn your gaze from right to left. It's one option, one choice. You might also choose to sync your breath in a rhythm, perhaps always breathing in and out continuously as you move in a specific way you choose. And you're welcome to pause on one side if you find a space where you'd like to stay until you're ready to move on and then move in another way. So maybe for 4 counts or 4 breaths, maybe noticing what sensations show up for you, where those might be happening, and perhaps following that sensation. Is it shifting as you go? So maybe for 4. Maybe 3 more. Perhaps 2 more. And maybe 1 more. Next, we'll go ahead and set up for cat-cow. This is a spine stretch where you're making opposing C shapes with your back body. And so you're making curvature of your spine, arching, and then rounding forward. You can do this when seated, moving between the opposing C shapes. You can also move to your hands and knees if you'd like. Both are options, whatever you choose to do. All are opportunity to notice sensation in order to bring your awareness to this moment, to the present moment. So maybe again for 4 counts, 4 breaths on each side of that C shape. And you're always welcome to bring your back towards your heels as you're rounding forward, seated on your heels. As you're rounding, you can push back with your hands if that's something of interest to you, if you'd like to choose to do that. All are options. So maybe 4, 4. Maybe 2 more. And maybe one more. So from here, one option would be to walk our hands over to the side, allowing your side to stretch. I can show here. If you're seated, you're welcome to reach an arm over one side across your body, or any other shape or any other movement is welcome too. So doing this for maybe for 4 counts on one side, on the left, and then maybe 4 on the right. And you're always welcome to move around, to feel into it, to perhaps notice kind of pulling back with your, like if we're walking to the right, it would be your most outside arm. So pushing with the right and then pulling back with the left. Here's a way to explore any sensation in your side body, perhaps rotating or turning in an opening fashion. Yeah, just small movement that might feel helpful for sensation to be present for you, and maybe not as well. So maybe for 4 counts, 4 breaths on whatever side you'd like to do. Maybe for 3 more. Perhaps 2 more. And maybe 1 more. And when enough ready, you're welcome to walk your hands over to your second side. So maybe for 4. Maybe 3 more. Perhaps 2 more. And maybe 1 more. So the next option is similar to cat-cow, but it's on your front body. So if you're seated, you could choose to, again, do more spine stretching, perhaps doing an opening, maybe pausing. You could also do a twist. There are a few different options if you are seated or standing. If you are on the mat and choosing to practice from the mat, you might be on your front body, as I'm showing here, your hands by your shoulders, perhaps your forehead resting on the mat. You might lift your head and neck, keeping a straight back. And you're welcome to hug in the muscles of your middle front body. This might protect your back as you lift. And then perhaps taking an inhale as you lift. And how much you lift is up to you. And you can look up a bit in front of you if you're on a mat. And this doesn't have to be a wrenching of the neck, total back bend. And again, it's always your choice how much you move. Very small movements can be what you need or want. And so you might inhale as you lift, exhale as you lower, perhaps noticing all of the muscles that might be required in this movement. And you might apply weight into your feet, into the mat as you're raising. Yeah. So maybe four counts or 4 breaths. Perhaps for 3 more. Maybe 2 more. And maybe 1 more. So the next option, it's the shape of camel as perhaps the goal. And you might get started here where you're on your knees and your body is straight up. Or if you're seated in a chair, you might start from seated, perhaps hugging in the muscles of the lower front body. So starting with that engagement, engaging those muscles. And then one option you might choose to do is to support your back with your hands. Your palms might rest on your middle back body, middle lower back. And you might decide to look up. You don't need to move into the shape of an arch. Perhaps noticing what you're feeling, where you're feeling the stretch. Is there an opening? You might pause there, maybe for a few breaths. I'll go ahead and offer the shape for 5 counts or 5 breaths. And I like to do this one slowly. I like to set up very slowly. And you can see if you'd like to choose to do, everybody is different. And so your body might want to go into a shape, more of a rounded or arched shape, whereas other people, their body might not. Some people might bring their hands to their mat. Other people don't. I don't do that. I'm not at that place yet. And so I offer to trust your body, take care of your body. Here is an invitation to notice what sensations arise or what you might feel. So maybe for 5. Maybe 4 more. Perhaps 3 more. Maybe 2 more. And maybe 1 more. So now, if you'd like to lay down on your back body, perhaps taking a moment just to feel the support of the floor. And it's possible that if you'd like to choose to do so, you might do a windshield wiper with your legs. You can step your feet apart from one another if you'd like. And then you can drop your knees from side to side. You can also move your chin in the opposite direction that you're lowering your knees. This is a bit of spine movement that's not a C curve or a back bend of any type. So maybe 4 counts or 4 breaths on each side. Maybe for 3. Perhaps 2 more. And maybe 1 more. For the final shape of the day, if you'd like, you might choose something that you would like to do, something that your body is calling for. Another option could be to choose to do kind of a rolling movement, rolling on your back. If this is something you like to do, you might also straighten your legs, flex your feet, roll your ankles or wrists. So maybe for 4 counts or 4 breaths here. Maybe 3 more. Perhaps 2 more. And maybe 1 more. And then the last 3 minutes are for rest. You are welcome to rest until, well, it's 4:41, so resting till 4:44, at which time you're welcome to come back and we can close out the practice together. And rest can involve movement. It can be seated, whatever you feel would be restful for you. Okay, you're welcome again to notice how it feels to arrive here in this moment in your body. Thank you so much for coming today. Thank you to Sari for the beautiful interpretation. And I appreciate your time, your trust, and this opportunity to practice together. I hope to see you again soon. Take care, everyone.